What would you do if your memories didn't match the world around you? If your brother disappeared for days and came back wrong? Welcome to Forgotten, the South Korean thriller that grips your mind, twists your senses, and then flips your entire reality upside down. On SpectraShowcase, we're diving deep into this haunting psychological masterpiece where memory is manipulated, identity is questioned, and the truth is the last thing you see coming. Buckle up, because this one is going to mess with your head. The move and the mystery begins. The story starts with Jin and his family, his older brother Yu, and their parents moving into a new house. Everything seems ordinary, almost too ordinary. There's one strange condition though, a locked room upstairs. The landlord insisted it must never be opened, suspicious, but Jin brushes it off. Jin and Yu are close user role model to him. Sharp, responsible, and carrying a limp from an old accident. They share a room, and on the surface, it all seems like a fresh start. But on their first night, Jin hears strange noises coming from the locked room, dragging sounds, like furniture being moved. His parents dismiss it as thunder. But Jin isn't convinced. The vanishing. One rainy night, Yu and Jin go for a walk. Yu gets a phone call and suddenly turns back home, leaving Jin alone. Moments later, Jin watches in horror as Yu is kidnapped right in front of him, and dragged into a van. Jin rushes home to tell his parents and then blacks out. When he wakes up, several days have passed, Yu is still missing. But strangely, the police act like the kidnapping never happened. The van, no trace, no reports, no leads. Jin is shaken. Something doesn't add up. His family tells him he had a breakdown and passed out from the stress. But his instincts tell him this is more than just trauma. Something deeper is at play. Yu returns. But is it him? Then just like that, Yu comes home. He looks the same but says he doesn't remember anything from his time away. The family seems relieved, but Jin isn't. Yu seems different. He's walking without his usual limp except on the wrong leg. He sneaks out at night, his answers are vague, and most alarmingly, he's meeting with strange men behind Jin's back. Jin follows Yu one night, determined to get answers. When confronted, Yu lies, claiming he was just out for air. Jin pushes him so Yu and his friends sedate him. He wakes up back in bed. His family gaslights him, blaming his hallucinations on skipped medication. But Jin now knows this isn't his real brother. A cracking reality. Jin secretly stops taking the pills. That's when things get weirder. He overhears his mother whispering. He's starting to remember. Now fully paranoid, Jin pretends to sleep while sneaking around the house, but his plan fails. He's caught sneaking in from the rain. The family corners him, and Jin runs for his life, heading straight to the police. That's when the rug gets ripped out from under him. The officer tells him the year is not 1997, it's 2017. Jin isn't a 21-year-old college student, he's in his 40s. His entire reality has been fabricated. He races back to the house, breaks into the locked room and finds a gruesome mock murder scene filled with mannequins and blood. Suddenly, the truth is staring him in the face. To set up, Yu enters with the other family members. But now, they drop the act. The man posing as Yu, he's actually a private investigator. The others were all actors. Jin is the prime suspect in a double murder that happened 20 years ago right inside that house. The investigator needed Jin to relive his past in hopes of recovering his blocked memories and finally confessing. The locked room was a replica of the crime scene. Their plan worked too well, but something went wrong. The investigator was arrested for 19 days, leaving the experiment without control. When he returned, Jin's mind had already begun unraveling. Still, Jin insists he never killed anyone. Memory returns, but then it all comes back. Flashback. Years ago, after losing both parents, Jin was desperate. His brother needed surgery they couldn't afford. A doctor made him an offer. Kill his wife, and he'd pay for the procedure. Jin agreed. He entered the doctor's house, stabbed the wife, and then her young daughter walked in. Jin panicked and killed her too. But before fleeing, he told the little boy in the house, "Count to 110 before you come out." He later went to confront the doctor about the horror he'd caused. But during the fight, the doctor fell to his death. Jin buried it all. Until now, redemption or revenge. Back in the present, Jin is hospitalized, broken by the truth. The man who orchestrated the entire setup enters. He's the boy Jin pulled to count to 110. The survivor. He spent years haunted by Jin's woes and the screams of his family. Jin finally confesses everything, and the man, consumed by pain, jumps from the hospital window. Jin then quietly injects poison into his fore. The story ends not with justice, but with a haunting silence. A cycle of pain, loss, and forgotten truths finally complete. Forgotten isn't just a mystery, it's a psychological puzzle layered with guilt, identity, and the devastating cost of denial. If this haunting story gripped you like it did us, hit that like button and subscribe to SpectraShowcase for more mind-bending movie journeys. Drop a comment, did you guess the twist before the reveal? We've got more thrillers and dark tales coming your way. Until then, remember, memories can lie,